Hi and a big welcome to backlinknetworks.net. I'm Tony Marriott. Now you may be familiar with backlinknetworks.com and 20-minute blogs, and this is utilizing that blog network to enable non-WordPress blog owners and any other site owners to get backlinks from that blog network. As you can see now, we have around 1,500 blogs now on that network, and it's growing daily. So any backlinks you get will have a continuous growth. Okay, if you haven't got an account with Backlink Networks already, then you simply just need to click this button and sign up for an account. I've already got an account, so I'm going to log in here. Either way, you'll end up at the same login page. And if I just type in my email and my password, I will sign into the main area. Now, if you haven't already bought an exclusive backlink package, then you'll need to do so to get this exclusive blog manager link up. But for now, I'll assume you have, and I certainly have, so I've bought myself a pack of 10 URLs and anchor text. So let's go and have a look at our control console. Okay, this is what it looks like on the inside. Very straightforward, very easy to understand. Basically, as you say at the moment, I have 10 URLs. As you can see, I have some already in there, which I've added. And where I haven't added any yet, I've still got 3 spaces here, so I can add new URLs. And I'll show you how to do that now. So you simply click New, and it gives you a very simple form. Again, you can put in the URL of the blog or website you wish to promote. I'm going to go for kateandwilliamwedding.net, and of course the keyword is Kate and William Wedding. Add that new data in. You'll notice I haven't capitalized anything, but when we go back to the console, then the URL will be tidied up. If you've already added HTTP on it, we'll strip it out and clean it up for you. And of course it capitalizes the letters on the anchor text, so it all looks nice and neat. That's how straightforward it is to add new URLs and anchors to your list. Now, of course, if we check the status of things now, we can see I have 2 statuses, a standard status, S, and an edit status. So the first one, it will be either L for live or P for pending, and that means that your link is live on the network or is pending going onto the network. So as you can see, the ones I already have there, most of these are live on the network already. The one I've just put in is pending, because it's not actually on the network. And later on, when you update anything, it will either again be pending or updated. So anything with L and U means it's live on the network and any updates have been updated. Okay, I'll show you how we do an update. So let's just go to this metallic shoes one, for instance. Now currently that's live on the network and fully updated. So if I edit that and change that to metallic shoes for sale as an example, update, go back to the manager, and now you'll see the update over here, metallic shoes for sale, although I spelled that wrong. And you'll now see that although the link is live on the network, that's the old version of it, pre-edited, but the edit itself is now pending. Of course, these changes won't go live immediately. They'll take 24 to 48 hours to actually go live on the network, and that's because between here and the actual network, we have a human review. This is to protect the network and protect all the people on the network and all the blogs in the network. We make sure that all links and all URLs and all blogs are human checked before they go live. Now I'm just going to do that check now on these links and update them. It only takes a few seconds. And I have just completed those updates off on another screen. And we can see it when we refresh now our console. Everything goes to live and updated. So we now know that all the updates and all the new entries are running and live on the network. Okay, the other thing we've done is to put links to the actual URLs. That's so you can double check them. You certainly don't want to backlink hundreds of links to a URL only to find that it's a 404 error. So you can check the page by simply clicking on it and making sure that your page comes up. As you can see, this one, it's a fairly standard 20-minute blog. If you're familiar with these, you'll recognize this. But what you also might be interested in to see is if you look up here in the corner, you'll actually see that it's a PageRank 1. So since the recent Google PageRank change, or the PageRank update. Most of the 20-minute blogs that have been on the network for a while have all moved to PageRank 1 or 2, and we've even got some PageRank 3s. So this means that any blogs going on the network will be getting much more juice from the now higher PageRank pages. And of course, because the blog network grows continuously, so does your backlinks on a month-by-month basis. So if you look at some other 20-minute blogs, i.e. Metallic Shoes, for instance, again, you'll recognize the format and you'll see it's at a PageRank 1, and similarly, what causes bedbugs. Again, it's gone to PageRank 1, and this is fairly typical across the network. Now, of course, you'll be wanting some way to monitor the growth of your links. And although this can be very difficult, you need to be consistent with what you're measuring it with. Otherwise, unfortunately, because of the difference is in the numerous tools available for measuring links, some good and some bad, but they are all most certainly different. So I've put two, one well-known and one maybe not so well-known, but certainly a better tool. But let's just have a look at Yahoo Site Explorer first. So I'm going to look at the Kate and William wedding links in Yahoo Site Explorer. Now, I don't recommend this as the best tool for measuring links, but certainly links do tend to appear in Yahoo Site Explorer fairly quickly, so you can see when they're kind of starting off. But it certainly doesn't measure all links by any stretch. So if we look here, we're saying it's got 42 links in total, and it does show you where some of these links are coming from. So it is quite handy from that point of view. But you certainly shouldn't rely on Yahoo Explorer specifically to measure your link numbers. Now, a better way of doing that is to use Majestic SEO, and I've included that here. So let's just look at the same blog in Majestic SEO. Now, you will need to create an account to get all this information. It's completely free, just takes a minute or two to sign up. So make sure you've done that. Once you've done that, then all this information will be available to you. So let's just have a look at how Majestic SEO displays this information. Now, first off, it tells us we have 1,922 links. Now, that's obviously significantly more than the 42, and I'll kind of explain that as we go. Now, first of all, there are two views. This is the historic index, and that's all the data that they have on the blog or the site. And the fresh index, which is updated daily and contains just data from the last 30 days. So we need to put those two together to get a true picture of the backlinks. So let's just look here at the historic index. As I say, we have 1,900 backlinks. But if you look down here, we'll also see that over its life, 1,300 have been deleted. So we need to remove this number or take that number away from the external backlinks to get a true picture of where we are. So if you take 1,300 from 1,900, that leaves you about 600 backlinks. So we're talking about 600 backlinks in the historic index. Now, if we just go to the lower end of the page, you'll see a little diagram down here. And in the bottom corner here, you'll see a date of when the historic index is accurate till. And in this case, it's the 4th of July 2011. And if you look at the date on my computer, you will see that it's actually the 4th of August 2011. So it's actually a month ahead. So we need to take that into account. And what we do is go back to our fresh index, and we check it with the fresh index. And now we can see that in the last 30 days, it's gained 213 backlinks, and 104 have been deleted, so that leaves around 100 backlinks. So add that to our previous 600 in the historic index, then we've probably got a total of around 700 backlinks. As I said, if we look at the historic index again, you can see that they come from around 220 different referring domains and 93 different IP addresses. So you see, we get a good variety of backlinks from different sites and different IPs, which should keep Google happy. Okay, we just look further down the page here, as we did before, and we can see the beginning of the top backlink, which will be listed here. But more interestingly enough to us is the top pages. So as well as our primary domain, any other pages that have links to it will be listed here as well. Okay, so that's pretty much all it is for Majestic SEO. As I say, this is certainly one of the better ways to see your link growth. But as I said, if it's a new blog, then you will find it's probably 30 days before this gets an initial index and starts to get populated with data. And finally, the anchor text is linked to the actual Google search. It's linked to a top 100 search. So for instance, if I click metallic shoes, we'll get the top 100 searches, and that's quite handy if you just want to have a quick scan down to kind of see where you are in the rankings. In this particular case, as you can see, and it's typical again with most of the blogs here, we've got a #1 slot for metallicshoes.org for this particular keyword. Now this is in the top 100 search, but I can just change this number up here in the search link from 100 to 10, and it will give us a top 10 search, which is one you may be more familiar with. And again, if you look at that, still obviously the search results can be slightly different, so you may want to look at it as the top 10, and you can see that metallicshoes.org is in fact still #1 in Google for the expression metallic shoes. And hitting the first page of Google for medium and low competition keywords just using the network for backlinks is fairly typical. If we look at what causes bed bugs, that should be a front page one again. It's about #6. Just bring it down so you can see it. So we also what causes bedbugs.org is on page 1. In fact, if we go and look at some blogs here, I've got passive profit portals bonus.org. Now this is a Google pirate method that I use to promote products during a product launch by sniping the top Google page 1 positions by using the backlink networks to drive the product name domains to the top of Google. And I'll show you some examples here. So we have passive profit portals bonus. And if we just look at the searches for that one, and I'll change that to the 10 display so you can see that we're in the correct format. And you'll see that sure enough I'm at #1 with passive profit portals bonus.org. And that site, through simply being on #1 during the launch week, made about $550, I believe, in 1 week with a $37 product. And similarly, if we look at Instant Profit Booster Review, we've got 2 keywords here. We've got Instant Profit Booster and Instant Profit Booster Review. So let's just look at Instant Profit Booster, which was the name of the product. This was a Ben Schaffer product. And if you look here, you will see, in fact, I'll just change it to the 10 search again so you can actually get a more accurate view. So we now look at those results. We'll see that Instant Profit Booster Review for the keyword Instant Profit Booster. My site is at #1. I also have instantprofitbooster.org, which is also my site, which is at #2 and at #3. In fact, those are ahead of the main product site, Ben Schaffer's Instant Profit Booster at the .com. So just using the power of the backlink network has given me the top 3 positions and enabled me to dominate that page. And if we go back and look at the Instant Profit Booster Review, the other keyword that I also focused on, you will see that I'm in fact #1 for instantprofitboosterreview.com and #2 for instantprofitbooster.com. In fact, if I look down at #5, the instantprofitbooster.org, also one of my sites, is at #5. So I have 3 slots out of the top 5 for Instant Profit Booster Review. And I can tell you that this made me around $800 in the 7 days of the launch period by using this method and the power of the backlink network. So that's it. There will only be 200 sold this time around. Of course, as the blog network grows, we may be able to open more slots in the future, but for the moment, there's 200, and when those are gone, I'm afraid they're gone. So grab your backlink package now, and I look forward to seeing you on the backlinknetworks.net.